And then we want to think about or equal technology. This is something that a lot of people in IT especially have a hard time with. If you're a Cisco shop, they'll say it can only be Cisco, there is no other equal. And the fact is that there are several companies that are or equal, and there are several companies that actually exceed that. Same thing with anything else you put in there, there's an or equal to that somewhere. And the or equal, that's really where you rely on those standards to figure out what that equal technology is. And so there's different things that manufacturers can do. There's different things that people that will give you your Division 27 specs, your 25 specs, your 30 specs, your 3 specs, whatever you're doing in a project to try to make them stand out as something that's not an or equal so that nobody else can bid something equivalent to that product. And so what we want to be able to do is look at those products candidly and figure out which of those statistics or which of those features are something that's actually required and that we're actually going to use. And so we're going to have a little fun with that. I'm not going to keep it totally technical, so we're gonna enjoy that a bit. And then we want to think about value adds. If there's something that somebody's done for you that really helps you out, say they gave you 60 hours of consulting to help you figure out what you need on your project, then maybe it's worth paying a little extra for what they did because that's part of that service. But in a lot of cases, that's not the case. So what we want to do is know what exactly is or equal. If somebody tells you that you're going to pick this technology and it has to be PAL color 872 because they're the only one that manufactures in that particular color, then that is a feature that nobody else can build an or equal to. Does that actually benefit you though? If it's light blue, is light blue good enough? If you're picking yellow and black, which is a better choice of colors because that way if people are colorblind, they can tell the difference. Maybe yellow and black is good enough. Does the shade of yellow really matter in your environment? If you're trying to be super fancy and keep it all, uniform and glitzy because it's a showcase data center, probably. But really what you want to know is, does it transmit what I want? Same thing with a cabinet. I've seen this time and time again. You can't put my equipment in that cabinet or it'll void your warranty. Well, let me see your warranty. The warranty says it has to operate at under 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Every cabinet on the market can do that. So why do you want to sell it and send it in your cabinet? Well, because I can charge you for my cabinet. I can't charge you for their cabinet. And it happens over and over again in this industry. And people say, well, you can't put their stuff with my stuff, it'll void your warranty. Do you know how many warranty claims actually happen in this industry? They're pretty rare. And most of the time, the manufacturers have figured out a way not to pay you on the warranties anyway, because something overheated, it got dropped, it got bent too tight. There's lots of different ways to get around those warranties. So when we evaluate or equal, we want to know, is it standards compliant? Will it work with everything else that's supposed to work within that standard? And will it serve our need? And that completely changes the equation. So unique features. What is an absolute unique feature that you need? High density is a good one, right? People want to build out to high density. Is this high density any better than that one? Maybe, maybe not. Is this containment different than this one? Well, maybe if it's got a ridge at the bottom of the floor, that's going to be difficult to get equipment over, so you'd rather have one without the ridge. But are there other people that make a containment system that does the same thing? Of course there are. Are there people that will manufacture containment systems for somebody else's cabinets? Absolutely. All day, every day. And so this is part of the language that we need to pick out. We need to get rid of the marketing language. New and improved, first to market. Who can prove you were first to market? Seriously. There's no way you can prove that. Somebody could have had it in the market somewhere else. Does that value bring you anything? Probably not. New and improved. What the heck was wrong with the old one? Was it that bad? New and improved Cheerios. Oh God, I've been eating Cheerios for years. What have I done to myself? Right? So we want to make sure that these are really vetted features.